let's move on tonight to topic number 8, the Lonely Lions. Lions timely win. The lonely Lions managed to pull out a last-second win against the Minnesota Vikings, who were taking a nap on defense, I like to say.
Yeah, it's just good to see the Lions win this game. Once again, Minnesota in a really tight game down the stretch. But after everything that happened with the Oxford High School shooting in Michigan last week, a few days after that, the Lions finally pick up their first win of the season. Coach Campbell, obviously very emotional. I still don't know if Coach Campbell's a good coach or not. I mean, he's just one of those guys that's very energetic. From what I understand, he's very genuine, and he's kind of one of those guys that players do appreciate playing for. Whether or not he's a good head coach, who knows? But the Lions have been close in a lot of games this year. They just haven't been able to kind of finish it off with a win. So it was good to see them win this game, and especially what happened this week. I don't think they're going to rip off like 4 or 5 wins now. I just don't think they're good enough, and do they play well enough? I don't think Jared Goff's good enough. But for this particular season and for Michigan and for that area that had such a terrible tragedy, I think this was a great thing this weekend for the Lions.
Yeah, no, huge win. Big win for the area, big win for the organization. You never want to go winless, right? I mean, you want to go undefeated. So to go winless is just not what you want, especially in professional sports where a lot of people are getting paid a lot of money, man. And they have a great stadium. I always want to bring that up with the Detroit Lions. Great stadium, a great football atmosphere. The people of Michigan love football. So you've got knowledgeable fans. You've got fans that are dedicated. They're loyal, but you never can put out a winning product in that city. They've got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out, whether it's a new GM, a new head coach. And I get it that they've done that over these years. Well, guess what? You still haven't figured it out. Got to go back to the drawing board again. I don't think Dan Campbell is a good head coach. I think he's more of the type that is probably a defensive coordinator or a coordinator type. To me, he's even more of a college strength and conditioning coach with the way that he handles himself and the things he says and the way he acts. In his first press conference, he talked about biting off people's kneecaps. He usually do that talking in the weight room. And that's so right. I just don't think he's the type of guy that can lead an organization to have a successful season. Not saying he's a bad coach. I do think he's a good coach. I just don't think he should be a head coach. And I just don't think you're going to see much more of this Lions team. I like Jared Goff. He's not an elite player. I do think he's better than some of these other quarterbacks that are in the NFL. Specifically, the guy that he's always going to be compared against, Carson Wentz. I'd rather have Jared Goff over Carson Wentz every day of the week. And so I don't think he's bad. I think he needs some more weapons around him. They need some better coaching. But this was a big win for the organization and for the city to make sure that they didn't go winless.
Yeah, I mean, one thing as a Detroit fan now, too, is, this isn't the year to tank for a quarterback. There really isn't an elite quarterback coming out of the draft, never mind a couple. So, the Lions aren't necessarily tanking for anything. So, this is not the year that you want to, basically almost go winless this season. But, it's good to see them get a win. Maybe this will give them a little confidence going into the next couple of weeks of the season. We'll see how they finish down the stretch. But, folks, that's going to do it for topic number 8.